Here we have the Michigan AG announcing that they're charging a police officer with murder for hitting and subsequently killing a person that was fleeing. Um, Cops shouldn't be fleeing fugitives. Though in the minds of a lot of cops, they think that when a person flees, it gives them the justification to either brutally beat or murder a person. Uh, they assume that the person is automatically guilty.
Hello, I'm Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel. Shortly before noon on April 17th, 2024, Michigan State Police Detective Sergeant Brian Keeley, as part of the MSP Fugitive Task Force, attempted to bring Samuel Sterling into custody when Mr. Sterling fled by foot. A number of MSP troopers and other local law enforcement agents proceeded to chase Mr. Sterling, both in their vehicles and by foot, when the vehicle Detective Sergeant Keeley was driving turned and struck Mr. Sterling in a nearby fast food restaurant parking lot. Mr. Sterling was transported to the University of Michigan Metro Health Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries later that day. My office has reviewed multiple police reports from other officers on the scene, read the accident reconstruction report and autopsy, as well as watched body cam footage and surveillance videos from neighboring businesses prior to completing our investigation. We have found that Detective Sergeant Keeley's actions that day were legally grossly negligent and created a very high risk of death or great bodily harm, which could have otherwise been prevented. As a result, today we filed the following charges against Brian Keeley in the Kentwood 62B District Court. One count of murder in the second degree, a life offense, or alternatively, one count of involuntary manslaughter, a 15-year felony. It's important to note that a criminal charge is merely an allegation and that the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
I'm glad that there are uh, attorney generals and other lawyers and stuff that are willing to actually uh, hold cops to the same standard as everybody else and charge them for their crimes. It's been far too long that cops were continually getting away with crime after crime, even some cops getting away with crimes while being videotaped of them committing their crime.
Public integrity is a top priority, and my department remains dedicated to providing a thorough and just review and resolution in each case brought before us. It was equally as important in this matter that our review was swift, both for Mr. Sterling's family, the greater Grand Rapids region, and the law enforcement community at large. Out of respect for the victim's family and the legal process, we will not be providing further detail or comment outside of what we present before open court. Thank you.
Oops. Yeah, just because somebody is fleeing does not give a cop the right to kill them, and even if it's an accident, they still should be punished for killing a person. They shouldn't be able to say, well, I was on duty at the time, so I get qualified immunity. That means I can't be held to standard on the law and punished for my act.